Hello guys, I'm happy to be here once again. It's your friend, the Intentional Realtor. Today, during my previous episode, one of my previous episodes, I promised to share with you guys or discuss with you guys some land documents in real estate. That is the documents you need to get whenever you buy or purchase a piece of land. You understand? One of those documents that I want to talk about today is the contract of sale. So, the contract of sale is a popular document that is being that most times real estate companies, always talk about it, and some clients will say, okay, when do I get my contract of sale, and so on and so forth. The truth is that before I continue, the truth is that a lot of people don't actually know about the contract of sale. They don't actually know about contract of sale. I have met somebody who complained to me about his aunt buying a piece of land from a customary landowner who we call the Omonile. So when she bought that land, I think she wanted to do something on it, but she was having some issues. So the guy, consulted me and was like, bro, see, my auntie, conversation was actually on phone, that my auntie bought this land and this and that, she's having issues. And I asked her, the first question I asked him was, did she make complete payment for the land? He said yes. And I said, okay, what document did they give to her? He said he doesn't know that, but the only document they gave to her was the receipt. I said no. If you are buying a piece of land, yes, receipt is one of the documents that they give to you that actually you made payments, but that doesn't cover it doesn't mean that you are not going to get other documents, because you may be defrauded. Anybody can write a receipt and give to you. You understand? And I asked him, did they give her a contract of sale, and other documents? He said no. I was like, so that came to me on my mind. I was like, oh, so many people don't actually know about land documents. So that is why I am bringing it up here to share with you guys land documents, and we'll start from the contract of sale. Okay, so now the contract of sale. A contract of sale is a legally binding agreement between the assignor and the assignee. So when I say assignor, I mean the seller. The assignee is the buyer. So a contract of sale is a legally binding agreement. You understand that in details transfers ownership or agrees to transfer the ownership of that land to the other party, that who is the seller, I mean the buyer. You understand? Whereby the seller agrees or transfers the ownership rights of that land, you understand, to the person that is buying it. So the contract of sale is that document that talks about it. Also, a deed of assignment talks about it, but the contract of sale is different, because the contract of sale in details, what you see on the contract of sale is the amount of the property, what they are going to do after you have paid for it, what they are going to do for you, this and that, and blah blah blah, all sort of agreements on it. You understand? So contract of sale is actually an agreement that, look, I want to sell, or I'm giving this land to you, I'm selling this land to you. You understand? A contract of sale is actually an agreement. So that agreement that is being prepared by the legal counsel of whoever that is selling the land, you understand, is called the contract of sale. It also entails when you bought the land, the amount you bought the land, the witnesses, the signature of the witnesses, the signature of the seller, and you also the buyer. For a contract of sale that will be given to a real estate company and an individual is totally different. Let me give for example. If a real estate company comes to buy a property, which most real estate companies buy their properties on credit, like that is, they don't pay in full. You understand? So the contract of sale will also entail that these people have not paid this money in full, but they are going to pay in so and so installments. That is, they're going to pay maybe in 3 installments this amount of money, and the end of that payment, they will give in their deed of assignment at the completion of the payment. You understand? So, but when it's for an individual, you know, it's an outright sale. So they just put it that this person has bought this property, and we are giving the property to this person at so price, and this and that, and so on and so forth. You understand? So a contract of sale is like I said before, is an agreement, a legally binding agreement between the seller and the buyer. You understand? That transfers ownership from the seller to the buyer. You understand? So I don't want you to be confused and say, you don't know what contract of sale is. They didn't give me a contract of sale. Whenever you are buying a land, one of the documents that you should request for is the contract of sale. You must request for the documents, because if you don't have it, that means you guys did not, there was no transaction that occurred between the two parties. That is the first. Even the receipt that is being given to you may not even cover you when you get into trouble, or if you get into trouble. But when you have the contract of sale, that means that particular transaction is legit and is binding, is legally binding. Then also, before I round up, any contract of sale that does not carry a seal, you understand, from the legal counsel that prepared it is illegal, it's fake. Every contract of sale must carry a binding seal. There's a seal on any contract of sale that says, okay, this lawyer actually prepared this contract of sale and it is binding. You understand? Because most times Nigerians are funny. They can just prepare it and give it to you, and out of anxiety, you know, you just go home and you rejoice that you bought a piece of land. By the time you come back, they've actually defrauded you and taken your money away. So whenever you are being given a contract of sale, the first thing you need to look out for is who prepared this contract of sale and the seal of that particular person that prepared that contract of sale. You understand? Every lawyer has a seal. You understand? So thank you very much for having me today. Next, on my next video, I'm going to also discuss another land document with you guys. You know, it's very important. So stay tuned. Please don't forget to like my videos, share my videos, and also follow me on every social media platform. I'm very grateful to be here. Thank you very much. It's your friend again, Intentional Referral. Goodbye.